Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something fundamental. Success is a habit, and wealth is a mindset. If you want to attract the life of a millionaire, it's time to start thinking, acting, and living like one. The millionaire mindset isn't just about money, it's about your approach to life, the way you handle challenges, and how you see yourself. Acting as if you are a millionaire means adopting the habits of those who have already achieved great success. It means setting goals that push you beyond your limits and taking actions that align with those goals, even when the odds seem against you. A millionaire does not wait for opportunities to knock. They create opportunities. They move with purpose, focus, and an unshakable belief that they deserve success. It's not just about having a large bank balance. It's about the way you see your potential, the standards you set for yourself, and the vision you have for your life. So if you're looking to live a life of abundance, here's the secret: start living it today. Act as if you're already there. Begin now with your thoughts, with your actions, and with your decisions. Start treating yourself as the person you are becoming, not the person you are today. This is how you begin to build the life you want, one step at a time. How you think will determine how far you go. Believe in your potential and take steps every day toward your dreams. Wealthy individuals don't wait for motivation to strike. They have the discipline to do what needs to be done, whether they feel like it or not. You are where you are today because of the choices you've made. If you want something different, you must make different choices. A millionaire has a clear vision of where they are headed. They know where they want to go and make every decision based on that vision. Every action you take should align with your bigger goals. Don't waste time on things that don't move you closer to your vision. The best investment you can make is in your own growth. Read books, attend seminars, and find mentors who can guide you toward success. Millionaires don't think small. Set goals that stretch you, that force you to grow and become the person capable of achieving them. Millionaires know challenges are part of the game. Instead of dwelling on problems, focus on finding creative solutions. You become the average of the people you spend the most time with. If you want to be successful, be around people who inspire you to grow. The journey to success is never finished. Keep learning, keep evolving, and always strive for excellence. The best is yet to come. Your mindset is the most powerful tool you possess. It determines the quality of your life, the goals you achieve, and the challenges you overcome. To shape your future effectively, you must first shape your thoughts. Your beliefs, attitudes, and perceptions directly influence your actions, which in turn shape the outcomes you experience. The most successful people understand this concept deeply. They know that their thoughts define their reality, so they consciously cultivate a mindset that empowers them to pursue bigger dreams and tackle adversity with confidence. If you want to change your future, start with your thoughts. Visualize the life you want. Believe in your ability to achieve it, and take steps each day to turn those visions into reality. Mindset isn't just about dreaming big, it's about believing in those dreams and taking action in alignment with them. When you truly believe that you are capable of achieving great things, you'll find the motivation, creativity, and resilience needed to make it happen. Your mindset is not passive, it is active. It is the foundation upon which you build everything else. To build a life that you're proud of, you must start with a mindset that reflects your ambitions and your potential. Success begins not with grand plans or great opportunities, but with personal discipline. It's the ability to consistently do what needs to be done, even when it's difficult, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is the cornerstone of achievement. It's the difference between those who talk about their goals and those who make them happen. When you master discipline, you master your life. You take control of your time, your habits, and your decisions. This doesn't mean living a life of restriction or denial, but rather creating structure that supports your long-term goals. Without discipline, it's easy to be distracted, to take shortcuts, or to give up when the going gets tough. But with discipline, you build the foundation for success. The key is consistency. It's about showing up every day, regardless of how you feel, and doing the work necessary to move you closer to your vision. Success is not built in a day, but in the small daily actions that compound over time. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. Those who learn this principle are the ones who rise above their circumstances and achieve the life they've always desired. Your discipline creates your results. When you consistently make the right choices, when you make your actions match your goals, you create momentum that cannot be stopped. The world may challenge you, but your discipline will keep you moving forward. When you adopt the mindset that discipline is your ally, success becomes inevitable. Taking responsibility for your life is one of the most empowering decisions you can make. It means accepting that you are the architect of your own future, not a victim of circumstances. Too many people spend their lives blaming others or waiting for the right opportunity to come along. But the truth is, no one else is responsible for your success, happiness, or growth except you. The moment you accept responsibility for your life, you take control. You stop waiting for the perfect moment, the right set of circumstances, or someone else to change before you take action. You understand that you are where you are because of the choices you've made up until now, and if you want something different, you must start making different choices. Life doesn't happen to you, it happens because of the decisions you make. Taking responsibility means looking in the mirror and recognizing that you are the one who shapes your destiny. It's about owning your mistakes, learning from them, and taking the necessary steps to correct course. It's easy to blame others, but it doesn't get you anywhere. The power lies in your hands. You have the ability to transform your life by taking full accountability for the decisions you make today. When you take responsibility, you become proactive. You stop waiting for life to hand you success and you go out and create it yourself. You begin to see every obstacle as an opportunity to grow, every setback as a chance to learn. You take charge of your future and stop allowing external circumstances to dictate your path. Success isn't something that happens by accident. It's the result of conscious, deliberate actions based on the responsibility you take for your own life. When you embrace this mindset, you stop being at the mercy of your circumstances, and you start shaping the life you deserve. To achieve extraordinary things, you must first have a clear and compelling vision. A vision is not a wish or a hope, it is a clear picture of where you want to go, a mental roadmap of your future that guides your decisions, actions, and mindset. Without a vision, you are wandering aimlessly, reacting to life instead of creating it. But with a well-defined vision, you begin to move with purpose, knowing exactly where you're headed. A vision gives you direction. It tells you what to focus on, what to work toward, and what to say no to. When you know where you're going, it becomes easier to filter out distractions and make choices that align with your goals. The most successful individuals are those who have a vision that excites them and drives them every day. They wake up with a sense of purpose because they know exactly what they want to achieve and why it matters. But developing a vision takes more than just wishing for a better life. It requires deep reflection on what you truly want. It means thinking about your values, your strengths, and your desires. You must ask yourself the hard questions. What is the life I want to create? What legacy do I want to leave? What impact do I want to have on the world? Once you have a vision, you must hold on to it with unwavering belief. There will be setbacks, failures, and obstacles along the way, but if you remain anchored to your vision, it will pull you through. When you have a clear vision, every challenge becomes just another step toward fulfilling that vision. A powerful vision also requires action. It's not enough to just dream about the future. You must take consistent, purposeful action every day to make that vision a reality. Small, focused steps add up over time, and soon you'll find yourself on the path you once only imagined. The vision you create today will guide every decision you make tomorrow. So take the time to develop a vision that excites you and pushes you to become the best version of yourself. When you do, you'll find that nothing can stand in your way. To achieve anything meaningful in life, you must act with purpose. Purpose is what transforms your efforts into results. Without purpose, you are simply going through the motions, drifting from one task to another without clear intention or focus. But when you act with purpose, every action becomes aligned with your greater goals and vision. You no longer waste time or energy on things that don't move you forward. Purpose gives your actions direction. It means that everything you do is intentional and contributes to your overall plan. It's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day hustle, reacting to situations instead of taking charge. But those who act with purpose are the ones who rise above the noise and create lasting success. They know exactly why they are doing what they are doing, and they are committed to the outcome. When you act with purpose, your actions have power. You don't scatter your energy or chase distractions. You choose what matters and focus on it relentlessly. Purpose fuels your determination even when the path gets tough. It keeps you moving forward when things aren't going as planned. Those who act with purpose do not allow obstacles to derail them. They see challenges as opportunities to grow and get closer to their goals. The key is to make sure that your daily actions are aligned with your bigger vision. Take time to reflect on what truly matters to you and what you want to achieve. Once you've defined your purpose, let it guide every decision you make. Whether it's your career, your relationships, or your personal growth, let your purpose be the compass that leads you. Purpose also brings clarity. It helps you prioritize your time and effort so you don't waste resources on things that don't align with your objectives. The more you act with purpose, the more your goals begin to materialize. Success is not about working harder, it's about working with clear intention, making sure each action you take is a step toward your desired future. So if you want to achieve something extraordinary, start acting with purpose today. Let it drive your every move and watch as your life transforms. If you want to achieve lasting success, there's one investment that will always pay the highest dividends: investing in yourself. Too many people focus on external factors, on what others can give them or what they can get from the world around them. But the true secret to wealth, success, and fulfillment lies in your personal growth. The more you invest in developing yourself, the more you equip yourself to handle life's challenges, seize opportunities, and create the future you want. When you invest in yourself, you are building the foundation for everything you want to achieve. It's about continually learning, improving, and sharpening your skills. Whether it's through reading books, attending seminars, finding a mentor, or taking courses, every bit of knowledge you gain expands your potential. You are your most valuable asset, and the more you invest in expanding your capabilities, the more you increase your value in the marketplace and in life. Personal growth isn't just about acquiring new skills, it's about developing the mindset and discipline needed to apply what you've learned. It's about strengthening your character, cultivating resilience, and learning how to think differently. As you invest in yourself, you begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles, and you develop the courage to take calculated risks that can lead to greater rewards. It's also important to recognize that investing in yourself is not just about intellectual growth, it's about physical, emotional, and spiritual growth too. Take care of your body, nourish your mind, and nurture your relationships. The more balanced and fulfilled you are in these areas, the more you can give to others and contribute to the world around you. In the long run, investing in yourself pays far more than any external investment you might make. While material possessions or external circumstances may come and go, the knowledge, skills, and character you build within yourself are assets that will continue to grow and provide value for the rest of your life. So stop waiting for someone else to change your circumstances or provide you with opportunities. Start with you. Commit to learning, growing, and becoming the best version of yourself, and you'll see how the world starts to open up in ways you never imagined. Setting big goals is the cornerstone of achieving extraordinary things. If you don't set your sights high, you'll never know what you're truly capable of. Small goals might bring small results, but big goals push you to stretch beyond your current limitations and tap into your full potential. When you aim high, you begin to see the possibilities in ways you never could before. The moment you decide to go after something big, something that excites you, is the moment you set the course for a life filled with purpose, growth, and achievement. Big goals demand that you rise to the occasion. They require you to expand your thinking, step out of your comfort zone, and take risks you might have never considered. It's easy to stay where you are, doing what's familiar and comfortable. But growth happens when you challenge yourself to step into the unknown, when you make the commitment to achieve something that's bigger than where you are today. Setting big goals forces you to take a long, hard look at your life. You start asking yourself questions like, what do I really want to accomplish, and what kind of person do I need to become in order to achieve this? The beauty of setting big goals is that they don't just change your results, they change you. They force you to develop new habits, new disciplines, and a stronger mindset. As you work toward big goals, you will find yourself growing in ways you never imagined. But setting big goals isn't enough. You must also take massive action. Big goals require relentless effort, determination, and focus. You can't just wish for them to happen. You must break them down into smaller, actionable steps and keep moving forward, no matter how many setbacks or challenges arise. The pursuit of big goals will test you, but it's in those tests that your character and resilience are forged. When you set big goals, you are giving yourself the opportunity to create something truly meaningful. Don't be afraid to think bigger than what seems possible. Aim for goals that excite you, that inspire you, and that push you to become the person you need to be. Your goals should challenge you, stretch you, and force you to rise up and take action. If you want to create a life that stands out, set goals that scare you, that make you uncomfortable, and that will ultimately define the legacy you leave behind. The bigger the goal, the greater the reward. If you want to achieve anything meaningful in life, you must learn to focus on solutions, not problems. Problems are inevitable. They are part of the journey to success. Every path you take will be littered with obstacles, setbacks, and challenges. But here's the key. The moment you start focusing more on the problems than on the solutions is the moment you begin to lose momentum. Instead of dwelling on what's wrong or what's not working, shift your attention to what you can do to fix it, improve it, or overcome it. The mind has an incredible ability to magnify whatever you focus on. If you focus on problems, you will see nothing but obstacles. But when you focus on solutions, you begin to see opportunities for growth, creativity, and innovation. Your energy and creativity are drawn toward the solution, not the setback. This shift in mindset is what separates those who make progress from those who stay stuck. Successful people don't waste time complaining about the difficulties they face. They get to work. They have learned that energy spent on worrying about problems is energy wasted. Instead, they focus their efforts on finding practical solutions. This doesn't mean ignoring the problem or pretending it doesn't exist. It means looking at the situation with a clear mind, identifying the best possible solution, and then taking action. Every time a problem arises, it's an opportunity to think critically, to innovate, and to find a better way. When you face challenges with a solutions-oriented mindset, you become better at handling adversity. You stop being overwhelmed by difficulties, and instead you embrace them as opportunities to sharpen your skills and grow stronger. Instead of saying, "I can't," or "this is too hard," say, "What can I do to fix this?" Start asking yourself better questions. Instead of focusing on why something won't work, ask how you can make it work. Every problem has a solution, but it requires focus, creativity, and persistence to uncover it. The more you practice focusing on solutions, the more you train your mind to become a problem solver, and the faster you move towards success. When you shift from problem thinking to solution thinking, you take control of the situation. You stop being a passive participant and become the active creator of your circumstances. Problems will come, but how you choose to respond to them is what determines your future. Focus on the solutions, and you'll find that you can tackle anything that comes your way. The people you surround yourself with have a massive impact on your life. The influence of others can either lift you up or drag you down. This is why it's crucial to surround yourself with winners, people who inspire you, challenge you, and hold you accountable to your highest potential. If you want to achieve greatness, you must spend time with those who have already achieved it or are on the same journey. Their mindset, energy, and success will rub off on you and motivate you to do more, be more, and strive for more. It's easy to underestimate the power of the people you choose to spend time with. Too often, we get comfortable with familiar faces, even if those faces aren't pushing us to grow. Being around people who have no ambition, who complain about life, and who settle for mediocrity will only keep you stuck in the same place. You can't expect to rise higher if you're constantly surrounded by those who are content with staying where they are. They will hold you back without even realizing it. And the longer you stay in that environment, the more it becomes your reality. On the other hand, winners push you to be better. They challenge you to think bigger, work harder, and act with more purpose. When you surround yourself with high achievers, you begin to see what's possible. You learn from their successes, but you also observe how they handle setbacks, manage adversity, and keep moving forward despite the difficulties they face. Winners don't settle for average. They're always looking for ways to improve and grow. This mindset is contagious. When you spend time with people who expect excellence from themselves and those around them, you can't help but raise your own standards. Winners will not only help you grow, but they'll also help you see your own potential. They see things in you that you might not yet see in yourself, and they'll encourage you to take risks, push boundaries, and stretch your limits. A winner isn't afraid to give you tough love when necessary because they understand that real growth comes from challenging yourself. They'll remind you that failure is just a part of the process and that success requires persistence, resilience, and hard work. One of the most important aspects of surrounding yourself with winners is the accountability they bring into your life. When you surround yourself with people who have high expectations of themselves, you'll find that you hold yourself to a higher standard as well. Winners don't tolerate excuses. They expect you to show up, do the work, and give your best effort every single day. This kind of accountability is essential for success. It pushes you to keep going, even when things get tough, and ensures you stay on track to achieve your goals. But it's not just about surrounding yourself with people who have achieved what you want. It's about building relationships with people who are constantly striving for more. Winners don't have to have all the answers, but they are always seeking new knowledge, improving their skills, and growing in every area of their life. This continuous drive for self-improvement will push you to do the same. Being around individuals who are dedicated to becoming the best versions of themselves makes it easier for you to follow suit. The people you surround yourself with also have a profound effect on your mindset. When you spend time with positive, driven, and ambitious individuals, you begin to adopt their way of thinking. You start to see obstacles as opportunities, setbacks as lessons, and success as something that is attainable through hard work and persistence. Winners don't dwell on the past. They don't waste time on regrets. They focus on what's next and how they can move forward. This mentality becomes ingrained in you when you make a habit of surrounding yourself with those who practice it daily. Ultimately, your environment shapes your outcomes. If you want to go far in life, you must find and spend time with people who are headed in the same direction as you, or even further along on their journey. Winners raise your level of thinking, expand your vision of what's possible, and hold you accountable for achieving your goals. You don't need to go through life alone. Choose to surround yourself with people who challenge, motivate, and inspire you. Their success will ignite yours, and together, you'll build a life that's greater than you could ever achieve on your own. Growth is not a one-time event, it is a lifelong commitment. If you want to live a fulfilling and successful life, you must keep growing no matter what. The world doesn't stand still, and neither should you. Life will throw challenges your way. It will test your patience, your resilience, and your character, but how you respond to these challenges will determine whether you rise or fall. The key to success, however, lies in your ability to continue growing, regardless of the circumstances. The process of growth is ongoing and it requires intentional action. You cannot expect to reach your full potential if you are not continuously learning, evolving, and expanding. Every day presents an opportunity to improve in some area of your life, whether it's your skills, your mindset, or your habits. It's easy to get comfortable when things are going well, but real success comes from the willingness to push forward, even when things are tough. Those who are committed to growth embrace every challenge as an opportunity to learn and become better. You may face failures along the way, everyone does. But it's not the failures that matter, it's what you do with them. Do you allow them to stop you, or do you use them as stepping stones? Growth requires the ability to adapt, to keep learning, and to keep improving. When you make the decision to keep growing, you commit to viewing every setback as a lesson. Instead of becoming discouraged, you become more determined to find a solution, adjust your approach, and try again. One of the most important aspects of growth is that it's not always easy. It demands effort, discipline, and patience. There will be days when you feel like quitting, when it seems like nothing is working, and when you wonder if it's all worth it.